We've got 1:28 left to play in the first. It's tipped. Lynch passes to Porzingis. Anthony kicks to Freak. And again, New York with the triple.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Now, here's Thomas. Boy, he just disappeared against Cleveland. They needed him.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Freak kicks to Lopez. And a wide-open look for Freak. Second chance shot, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
New York shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. A different look for New York. Larry Sanders is checked in for Porzingis. Thomas comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Calderon in for Aaron Aflalo. And then for Boston, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Parker. Lee comes in for Johnson. And it's Rozier in for Thomas. Now here's Crowder. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Picked by Lee. Crowder dishes to Olynyk. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Lee with a solid pick that time.
The Knicks leading by 7. Now Sanders. He kicks it to Freak. Dishes to Lopez. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lopez has got 6 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Bradley passes to Rozier. Off target from outside. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Knicks. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support.
Almost like a soccer atmosphere.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto.
The center, that place rocks, and it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Jay Crowder. Rozier's out there with Avery Bradley. Then it's David Lee. And it's Olynyk in at the center, filling out the middle. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets got down to business. He finished with 22 points and did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity stripe. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
Stolen by O'Quinn. And here we go. Thomas heading to the hoop. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And let's take this chance now to break out the list of the league's leading teams in the steals department. Number 1, the Celtics.
Accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Anthony's checked in for Lance Thomas. And it's Aflalo in for Jose Calderon. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Boston. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Bradley.
And now let's take a look at the stats for Thomas. His last 10 games have been exceptional. Second in scoring, third in steals, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And what he's doing right now, I mean, carving up defensive schemes at will. Boy, it's just a beautiful thing to watch.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Some nice passing by New York here. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Lynch, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Anthony kicks to Freak. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it, you can see it, in part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good. He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Now here's Anthony. He's guarded closely. Aflalo dishes to Freak. Three-pointer. That's good. Freak's got 12 points in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Here's Rozier. Thomas a screen. Here's Rozier. Tries to snap the cold streak. Knicks with the rebound. And a fast break now for New York. Flalo's running. Shots good by Anthony.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at New York. Right now, they've compiled the third best record in the conference. And, of course, the Boston Celtics. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
Well, I think for New York, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
It really has been something to see. I mean, a remarkable and quick turnaround. It's been dramatic in how far they've come from last season.
4 on the clock, and it's denied. And they get it back, and that one's good. Now here's Freak. He's got 12. Aflalo outside. Lynch against Thomas. To the middle. And Freak throws it down hard.
Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he? Man, oh man.
Does he ever?
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Thomas a screen. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Porzingis passes to Carmelo. And again, New York with the triple.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Out to the right wing. Here's Rozier. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Aflalo, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. Thomas checked in for New York. Calderon comes in for Aaron Aflalo. Then for the Celtics, Anderson, he's checked in for Zeller. Lee comes in for Jay Crowder, and it's Avery Bradley in for Rozier. Thomas kicks to Calderon. Inside, here's Lynch. The shot misses, and it's Boston the other way. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year, so certainly a little payback in mind.
Greg, we know that's in the past, but you can't change that for sure. Nevertheless, a win would be sweet.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Shot's good.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Knicks as they wrap up the second quarter on a 20-6 run. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, what has been the focus for this team during the first half of play?
Well, we're doing it on both ends of the court. We're buckling down on the defensive end. We're sharing the ball offensively, making good plays, you know, cherishing every possession count, and we're doing that the first half.
Nice to see it come together on both sides of the ball, Melo. Thanks for the time. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
I tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
An explosive display it was, fellas. They might have to get the backup rim ready if he keeps attacking the hoop like he did before the break.
The Knicks leading by 23. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And New York looking at who they've got. Lynch in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Anthony. And it's Aflalo in at the two guard. Johnson the screen. Thomas kicks to Bradley. Parker sets the screen for Bradley. Elbow shot. Misses off the left iron.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list. Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
And it's blocked. Here's Porzingis. He's guarded by Thomas. Aflalo, no good.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Bradley. Shot from 12. Here's Parker. Nails the baby hook.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Timeout Knicks.